This is the area for the quail enclosure, and I want to put blueberries inside. So what I have is concrete for like a patio and for the posts, and some value wood that was a good price that I can make a quail nesting box that's also a bench out of. And also I'm gonna need a couple doors and some chainsaw oil so I can cut this down. Hopefully it's kind of leaning towards the road, so I might take out the fence here. I've already taken out this fence that went up to the house here, and I have posts, so I want to close it in with 2 layers of fence stacked on top of each other, and then the fence also as the roof to keep the quail protected, because this will be our 3rd attempt at quail. Predators got to the 2nd batch, and the first one, the only remaining one, just flew away. So this would be a patio. I'll take the railing off here so you can walk out here and extend it like another foot or 2. So you can have a couple rocking chairs here, and that is my marker for how far a roof comes over, because I want to make that into a patio up there. So like the end of that window on the right there should be where there comes a screen door to enter the blueberry quail enclosure, and then there would be like a nesting box that's a bench here, and then a stair coming down, and then all around the outside have blueberry bushes. I brought some with me, but I don't know how many survived, but we'll see. If they survive, they can keep multiplying eventually. And like a wild blueberry bush, if it survived, I want to put that in the middle. This is a poison plant I need to get rid of, and I have a bunch of bulbs that I separated to selling like $5 a bag. But I want to preserve as much as I can if possible of what's already here. So I think this is rose bushes, and there's another rose bush here, and I think this rose bush didn't make it, so the fence would go in between them, and the remaining bulb stuff here, so this can be a little flower bed here, and leave some of this here, and then some of these bulbs spread along the outside of the blueberries. And I have landscape fabric. I'm trying to pull up all this grass to first fill this in, and then probably cover it with this. I don't know if this will be helpful or not, but it's hard to throw away. So this and that one, cover it, and then a few inches of concrete on the top and side and then have a door coming out there. This is the story of us getting more quail eggs. So we had a broody hen that had a nest in here and got attacked by something but survived. But because she was being broody and laying on unfertilized eggs, we got some phoenix chicken eggs ordered for her and quail eggs, but they got delayed, so they hadn't come yet. And so we have the 3 chickens, another one became broody since she was hurt. And then since she was on the ground and vulnerable at nighttime, she got drug off, and we don't know what got her, but we assume it is a fox or a raccoon. So one less threat here. Sweet little guy. Looks a little sad, and I'd love to keep him, but he comes up really close and climbs like in our inside pool area and just wants food. He's a nice little guy, but could be what is killing them. I've also seen a fox and I've seen a skunk, and those are the things that could climb up here where they roost at. The guinea in the back here is wounded by something, so we only have 4 guineas left, and this might be the last female that's making noise. So then we got a dog that maybe could help mark the territory, and she attacked and killed a guinea. We got some buried here, and she killed our 2 chickens that are buried there. So we love her though, so we're just gonna be extra careful with her. So she probably can't even lay eggs now. I'd like to replenish this flock, but she has to recover. She can't fly up to roost, so she was on the ground last night. The first night we had the cage out, we got a wildcat, and then we got another wildcat last night, which we let loose. It had a boo-boo on its nose, so maybe it was trying to attack this guinea. It was on the ground.
It's day 1. 2 white ducks and 2 golden chickens and 2 silver chickens. They seem to be getting along, and they can go inside this container for extra safety, and extra safety inside the closet because the dog.
Good doggy.
Ducks are testing out this pond. They'll have a bigger pond in a little bit.
Like a bigger pond. Need a bigger one.
It's a little cold, but their container's pretty small. They're really outgrowing it. They're only a little over a week old, but they're huge.
And poop.
Yeah, they make a big mess.
Poop. Ah.
14 of the 24 quail hatched overnight. They're in their new home now. This is the size of the 3 chickens. One got trampled by the ducks that are so big now.
And the quails,
And the quails,
they all hatched. They all
they did a good job. It's a good hatch rate.
hatched so fast. That's a lot of them, bro. Look how many quails they are.
So tiny.
Look how so tiny they are.
So tiny.
Look how tiny. Look how tiny quails they are. Look how tiny quails they are.
Here are 16 random rare chicken varieties. They should be 2 days old. They shipped a couple days ago.
They shipped on June 12th.
And the guineas are about 2 and 4 days old. And then the chicken's a little less than a week.
2.
We have no idea what they are, and they didn't tell us. Day 1, it looks like we got 2 silver phoenixes. It was 12 eggs. That was a mix of silver and golden. And we also had 12 quail eggs, but none of them made it. One was born late and died out of the egg. About 6 months into this project, and I think we're finally close to being done. Out of the 14 quail, we have 1 left. So he spent the night in this cage, and I'm working on building a quail cage. It's possible that a predator gets in here, but I saw a mouse crawling up underneath where they tended to sleep at. So for the quail cage, there's a lip here that catches the eggs, and it's slightly tilted. It's not really taut enough for the eggs to roll really well, but it's pretty good. And it should have 3 homes in here with feed and water on one side. There's our fox. We got 6 raccoons so far, and this is our first fox. Looks like she's a little beat up on one side of her face.
But this fox got hurt.
basically finished. I have a couple water buckets here, and I'll probably get a third one after I'm done painting some more. That gets fed from this gutter here. Sawed that top one in half. And then we have one quail left out of the 14 in there, and these 22 chickens, including the 4 guineas, have been in here, and we let them out some yesterday and again today. So they're integrating. I'm watching them because they're trying to establish a pecking order here. This log is so nobody drowns, and it comes fed out from that little pool in there. This bucket is ideal. It acts as a scoop, though it's not rainwater proof. And then it's really quail size, so I use it for quail, but I'll get a bigger bucket later with some of those in it for chickens. This is a boredom buster. Has a couple eggs short, so it doesn't stick together really well. From Chickenlandia YouTuber. They haven't really paid it much attention yet. So the last female guinea's been sleeping on the roof here, so what I still want to do is put a little coop that's from the outside for nighttime, and I still need to put a door in here that leads to the pool area. Their watering system, I can turn off the water and have it overflow from the top because it's crooked into this washing off pool, and it goes in, it overflows into this little pipe that's sticking up out into their watering bin. And I can also get buckets from here to carry out this, where I want to put a door here to refill their pool.
Yellow. Almost yellow. It is not almost yellow. It's almost yellow. See right there? The black line's like a female. Black line, there's like a female.
11 quail, temp number 5. Counting these 2. They were partially cracked for a while, so since I opened it up, I probably messed up the humidity, so I opened it up more, but still give them the experience psychologically of pushing out. And there's 13 more in the incubator, so there might be some more to hatch. 13 eggs, 7 hatched. Peafowls. Day 1, they're the bigger ones. There's the quail that are about 10 days old. One that's all white. Peafowl. There's 5 in here. That's where the 2 phoenixes like to sleep at. And the red rooster and one of the guineas. Day 1 of guineas and chickens. They hatched 2 days ago. It's their day of their arrival. It's 15 guineas, and they sent 2 extra, and 10 rare and exotic chickens, and they sent 2 extra of those as well from Cackle Hatchery. The guineas have the chipmunk stripes on them. You can see some like lavender or purple ones, and there was a couple white ones. and a kitten. And 15 button quails. Next I'll need some diatomaceous earth to sprinkle on their dust bath area and nesting areas. There's the door. The last hurt guinea, rescued from the jaws of our dog that we're trying to get rid of. And the 10 quail. And we'll put the button quails up here. And peafowls. So I've got a few roosters to try to sell.